Chopin is arguably one of the greatest composers of all time, and he wrote some of the most stunningly beautiful piano music in the world. But the problem is, most of it is nearly impossible to play unless you are a pro. So, today is your lucky day, because in order to make Chopin playable for the rest of us, we've simplified 3 of his most famous, most beautiful pieces, and I'm gonna teach you how to play them right now. All right, friends, this is the song that made me fall in love with the piano. And I could play it all day, every day, and never get tired of it. And I'm very excited to be teaching it to you right now. So, while it's very tempting to want to play the melody right away because it's so beautiful, the secret to playing this song is mastering the left hand first. So we're gonna start there. All right, so our left hand begins with our 5-finger on E flat. So we're in the key of E flat major here, which means we've got a B flat, an E flat, and an A flat, unless otherwise stated, but I'll tell you exactly what to play. So the first thing we're doing is we're playing an E flat, and then we're playing a G and a B flat on top. So it's this beautiful waltz pattern, just like this. 1, 2, 3. Then we're gonna play E flat and reach up to A flat and D. Now this next one looks a little crazy. It's a C flat and a D, and it looks and plays just like this. C flat is the same key as B, the same piano key. Now we're gonna play E flat and G and B flat again. Then we're gonna move down to D, G and B flat, down again to C, and this is just a broken C chord, and we play that 2 times. And then we move everybody up to F, and we've got B flat and D flat. Then we're gonna go F, A flat, and C. Now we travel B flat, D and F, up to B natural, F and G. Here we've got a C minor chord, so C, E flat and G, then A, E flat and G flat, which is the same note as F sharp, what, crazy? And then we're gonna go B flat, F natural, and E flat. Nice big stretch, B flat, A and D, and then back to that broken E flat chord. So let's just take a moment to breathe, roll our shoulders, and this next part of the song repeats exactly what we've done. So for practice, see if you can join in with me. We're gonna pick it up on measure 17. So here we've got that broken chords. We've got E flat, G and B flat. We're gonna play that 2 times. Then we're gonna play E flat, A flat, and D, and then here we go, B and D, back to E flat. Drop your 5-finger down. I play here with my 2 and my 1, then C. This is just a broken C major chord. Then we travel up to F, B flat and D flat, then F, A flat and C, down to B flat, D and F, then B, F and G, C, E flat and G, then A natural, E flat and G flat, B flat, F and E flat, B flat, A flat and D, and then we end with E flat like this. And that is the left hand. Now, if you would like to spend more time on that, we've got the most incredible practice tool inside the Piano Members area where you can isolate the left hand, loop sections to go over it over and over again, speed it up, slow it down, all of the things, and you can access that for free with our 7-day trial linked below this video. So I recommend that you get so comfortable with that you've memorized it, because that will make this next step so much easier. So now it's time to play the melody. So I want you to think of this as though you're singing it. So we begin with our right hand thumb on B flat. And I'm gonna play this hands together for you, but you don't have to play it hands together at this point. If you wanna just focus on the melody, go for it. So it starts here, and then as we tilt up to this G, our left hand can join in. Then it's F, G, F. Down to E flat, B flat, G, C, reach all the way up to a C above that, G, and then B flat. 1 step down to A flat, G, F, G, D, E flat. Then we're gonna move down to C here. And I like to hit this B flat with my thumb or my 1 finger. And then we're gonna get this hand ready, and we're gonna move all the way up to D, C, B flat, A flat, and then we're gonna go G, A flat, C, D, E. So I took that very slowly, and that might be the most complicated part of this section. So I'm going to begin again for you on measure 14. This movement is B flat all the way up to this high D. So you can practice that like this. And then you're just walking down, and then down to the C, D, E flat. So together, you've got it. And then you can keep going. It's very similar, but here we get some magic. Listen first. It's so pretty. So you're gonna be playing F, G, F, E, F, G, F, E flat. So it looks a little bit busy and complicated, but it's all very close together. Da, 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 da. So one more time. It's so pretty. I'll teach you exactly what to do, but here's how it's gonna sound. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is like the section of the song to learn. And it's, again, not as complicated as it seems at first. So starting on measure 19, we've got this F, G, F, E natural, F, G, F, E flat. Then we've got that E flat tied, so we hold it, and then we're gonna play F, E flat, D, E flat, F. So look at this, da, 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 da. It's all right here. Then we're gonna go to G, B natural, C, D flat, C, F, E, A flat, G, and then we're gonna play D flat, C, G, and B flat. And what that's doing is it's just outlining a C chord, but Chopin's got us dancing around it. So on measure 22, G, B, here's the C, and then we're going D flat to C, and then we're going F to this E, and then we're going A flat to the G, and then we're going to D flat to the C, and then we go G and B flat. So it's very, very beautiful. So very, very slowly from measure 19. Remember to take this slow. Flat, E, F, G, G, D, E flat, C, B flat, B flat, all the way up to that D, and you've made it. It's so beautiful. So while we've simplified this is still going to take practice. You're going to want to go one little chunk at a time. Use the practice tool inside Piano to help you make sure you've got it right. You'll be able to play it and hear it back. But I'm going to play this for you one more time, nice and slowly, so you can watch my hands and play along with me. Next up, we have Prelude in E minor, which you might not recognize by the title, but as soon as you hear these notes, it's familiar and it's probably one of the most hauntingly sad songs ever. So get out your Kleenex, get ready to feel your feelings. We're gonna learn to play this. Now, if you look at the sheet music, you'll see that the right hand, the melody isn't very busy, which means it's extremely important that we play with a lot of feeling and emotion. And in order to free ourselves up to do that, we have to have our left hand locked down. So we're gonna begin by playing G and E. The song is in E minor, so we've got one sharp in the key signature, and there's some few bonus ones that Chopin likes to throw in, but I'll talk you through it. So we're gonna play G and E. Now, technically the song is in cut time, but I'm gonna count it in the simplest way possible. So you can think of it like this. 1, let's play together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you have to keep your touch fairly light. Then your 5-finger drops down to F sharp and we keep our thumb where it is. And 2. Then our thumb drops down a half step to E flat. Then we keep the E flat and our 5-finger comes down, and then our 1 comes down to D, and then our 5 comes down to E, 2 and 3. And then we're gonna move down to C sharp, and then it moves down again to C natural, and 2 and 3 and 4, and we stay there 1. And then we're gonna drop our 5 down to D sharp. Then we're gonna drop our 5 down again to D natural. So it's these little subtle movements, and we'll stay there. Then we're gonna stay there some more, 1 and 2, and then our thumb comes down to B, and 4, and then our 5 takes a turn. 2 of those before our thumb comes down to A, 3, and now our 5-finger creeps down. I think I missed one of those. There we go, 1 and 2, and 5 comes up, 3 and 4, and 5 goes down again, and 2, and back up, 3 and 4, and then back down. And then you take a moment. So see how subtle these little shifts are? So you really have to be studying the music. So 5 and 1 again on E and G, or G and E rather, and 3 and 4, and drop to F sharp. Then both of them move. So F natural and E flat, and 4, and you're gonna stay there 1, and now our 1 comes down. Now our 5 goes down, stays there 1, and now C sharp. Now here's a different one. This is gonna be C sharp and A sharp. Sounds and looks like this. Wild. And then we're gonna just shift chromatically so everybody goes, "Urch." And now the pattern changes for us for a moment. We've got a B, A, G, G, A, B, A, and then octaves, B and B, 2, and then we've got C and A, and 4, and back to the octave, stay there, 3, and 1 comes down. Now we've got C and G, and 2, 1 is gonna come all the way up to the B flat, then down a step. Now our 5 moves, our 1 moves, and then it moves again, stays there, 4, and 5 shifts down to B flat, rest, rest. Then you just have a B, and another B, and then you get to play an octave on E. So there's a lot going on. This is all about paying very close attention to how the notes are shifting, and it's very subtle. And it doesn't always happen at the same spot. It's not predictable. Chopin kept us all on our very tippy toes at all times. So I recommend that you really study visually the music and look with your eyes, go through when are those notes moving. You can print this out if you're in the piano members area, and you can make marks on the page to make this a little easier for you to play through. All right, so now we're gonna be looking at the melody. So again, I'm gonna be playing the left hand for you, but please feel free to take time before you put this all together. So what we're gonna be doing is a little bit of a sharing is caring situation here, because we're gonna start with our right hand, B, B, and then we're going to kind of be close together here like this. And then we just move up and then back down. And then back up to the C, and then the B. And then that left hand shifts back up to the C, and then the B, and then B flat, notice how those were at different times? So we've got B, then the left, A, and then A. Left hand moves. Then we're gonna play G sharp. Left hand 5-finger comes down. Now we're gonna be playing A, B, and my fingers were a little bit of a bad choice here, but I'll play it twice so that you can see how this goes. So let's just take a moment there because there's more happening in that right hand than has previously. So if we come at it back a measure, so I'm going to go to measure 9. So here in measure 9, I'm on A in the right hand, G sharp, and I'm going to tuck, I'm going to play this with my thumb, and that allows me to make that really smooth movement. Up to A, then F sharp. Left hand moves, A, and here's a beautiful moment. So we're gonna be playing G, F sharp, C, B, D, F sharp, D, C. So let's take a moment to sort out the fingers for those notes. Now there's no right or wrong way to go through this. It's all about finding the easiest way through. So you can create your own adventure here. So I've just come off of measure 12. So let's try our 4-finger on the G. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. That felt better. And then we're back in familiar territory. C, and then we're going to move that left hand down, B. So much tension happening here. C, B, and here's a moment, A sharp. Up to this G, our left hand's going to move, and then we're going to go here, just down that half step, F sharp. And now there's a statement. So left hand's gonna relax a little bit. Right hand's gonna be playing. Let's try our 2-finger. So E, D sharp, and then we're gonna be playing C, D sharp, and then we're gonna play D sharp, E, G, B. Then our left hand moves up to that A. We've got D, C, E, A, and then we've got F sharp. Left hand moves to A, right hand A, and then we've got it back to our little pattern from before, F sharp, A, F sharp, and then this is going to be da, da, F sharp. Now we're going to be playing E with a B and an A. It's so beautiful. G sharp, G, F sharp in the right, and then we just hang out here for a moment. You can take a rest, no sound at all. Let go of your pedal if you had it on. Then you're gonna play E with a B, and then a D sharp, and then we've got G and E here, and E here. And you made it through. All right, so I'm gonna play it through for you now, nice and slowly. I want to remind you when you're practicing this to connect to it emotionally. Every note counts, even those subtle movements in the left hand. See if you can make them really sing. And you kind of got to get into like some pain, some like tentative, nervous feelings almost to get through the song. You don't want to be playing it straight, pop, 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 pop. You want some push and pull. And that's what made Chopin's pieces so amazing, was that push and pull, which is called rubato. So just be paying attention to that as you listen to me play this or as you play along with me. one more. This one's called Waltz in A minor, and it's a little more cheerful than the Prelude in E minor. It's super beautiful. And it's a piece that I actually hadn't heard till recently, but once I started to play it, I was like, oh my gosh, this song is so fun. So we've simplified it a little bit, and I'm gonna walk you through it right now. So again, left hand, so important. We've really got to nail it down. It's gonna be playing A, C, and E, then D, F, and A, G, B, and D, then C, E, and G. Moves back up to A. This is just a broken A minor chord. Then we're gonna move down to D, F, and A. It's a D minor chord. And then we're playing G, B, and D. It's a G chord, and C. It's pretty straightforward. Let's keep going. Measure 9. A, C, and E. D, F, and A. G, B, and D. Then C. Up to A for our A minor chord. Then we've got D minor. Then we've got E, A, and C. Then we're gonna go up to B and D, and then we'll end on A, C, and E. So it's really fun to play. And with a waltz, you wanna be thinking strong, weak, weak. So that bottom note, dun, 2, 3, 1, 2. Imagine a dance. Now our right hand gets to really dance in this song. It's gonna be moving around and it's gonna feel amazing. You're gonna start with E with your thumb, and then I like to play this A with my 2, the B with my 3, and then tuck to hit the C twice, and then I can move on up from there, D, E, F. Then we go B, C, and again, you can also do a tuck here if you'd like to go to the D, A, G, F, fly over to the E, D sharp, and E. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do the fingering. You can pick your own path, and you may notice I played a little differently every time. So go with what feels good for you. Now that theme repeats, so we're gonna continue with the A, B, C, C, D, E, F, and then we'll go B, C, D, A, G, B, C. Now when we put it together, nice and slow, E, D sharp, E. And we've got A. Then we tuck under again. And then it repeats. Then we're gonna move to C here and A here. You can tuck to get to this F, and home stretch, E with E, D sharp, E, and then this moves up for the F, G sharp, and then A. Super beautiful. Take a breath and imagine you're dancing, and I'm gonna play it again for you really slow, hands together. Feel free to join in. Here we go. Okay, as a final thought, this melody, the right hand, you see these lines on the music? It's telling us to play these smoothly. Think of them like sentences. So, smooth, breathe, smooth, breathe, smooth, breathe, and then smooth. So it takes a little getting used to, but it's really beautiful when you think of those phrases as punctuation. It gives you a little point to practice lifting your hand, and it reminds you that when you see the notes underneath those little legato phrases, to play them very, very smoothly. So even if your left hand, it's a bit choppier, I was using my pedal so you didn't hear it, it connects the sound. Hear that? It's so beautiful, and then when you add the pedal, I could just get lost and play this all day long. So I'll leave it there. I think the thing with Chopin is you start playing it and you get just like drawn in and then you can't stop. And I hope it keeps you motivated to really do the work of practice so that you can get into the beauty of playing these songs and just letting go and getting lost in them. And if you make mistakes, it's okay. Go back and try again. This is a journey, not a destination. Remember that, as cheesy as it sounds. So that's all for now. If you have questions, comment below. I would love to know what your favorite of these 3 songs is. So let me know in the comments below. Happy practicing, and I'll see you next time.